Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Collen Baffana. I thought I'd just give you an update in terms of what is happening here in the United Kingdom as far as the cost of living is concerned. It is getting really serious. The average person is going to suffer, there's no doubt about it. And for those that would love to come to the United Kingdom, whether for education or to find some work, I want you to be well informed in terms of the challenges that we currently face. The inflation has gone skyrocketing, through the roof, and people's pay rises. Literally, there are no pay rises, because if the inflation goes up by 11%, that's equivalent of you, taking 11% pay cut. And for most people that come from other countries, where they come here as doctors, as OT, dietitians, nutritionists, nurses, and so forth, including the occupational therapist, you need to be aware of how much you will be earning. And then, more importantly, be aware in terms of your outgoings, because that is where the difference is going to be. That gives you an idea in terms of the disposable income that we'll be having. For some of us, yes, we are struggling, there's no doubt about it, but we can just manage. But for the average person, this is going to be hell. Do your homework. Don't be fooled by the pictures and the movies that you see, that everything is glory. Yes, there are good parts, there's no doubt about it, but be aware of what you're letting yourself into. I would love to encourage as many people to come and work in the United Kingdom, just to get the experience, get to know the culture, get to know the people. The people are brilliant. It's actually excellent to live in this country. The average person earns between £1,500 to about £2,000 a month. Yes, they can do a bit of overtime here and there, taking them to about 2.5, 2.8. That's the average person. But don't forget, when you come to this country, you are not going to be starting at a higher wage. You'll be starting at the lowest wage. I'm sure, from my experience, let's say you are either a doctor, junior doctor, you might be getting something like 1,800 to 2,200 a month. If you are a staff nurse or an OT or a dietitian or a nutritionist, you might be getting roughly £1.8 thousand take home a month. But if your gas bill has gone up, if your electricity has gone up, if food and shopping has gone up, you'll find that you'll be left with nothing. You'll be lucky to break even. And then you ask yourself, what is the point of traveling to a country where I cannot make money? I'm not saying don't take a risk. Please do. That's the whole idea of life. Take a risk. Life will be boring without us taking risks. But I want you to be well informed, well advised, and then you make an informed decision. Yeah, it's all about informed choice. This country is beautiful. I love it. I enjoy every minute of it. I've just been out now. It is right in the middle of autumn, and the sun is out. Yes, it's a bit chilly. It's still very cold. I understand the temperatures will be dropping to about 2 degrees Celsius to even minus in the next few days, but that's the fun of this weather. I mean, in the United Kingdom, we don't stop talking about the weather. That is our main topic of discussions. But coming back to the cost of living, it is hard, it is tough. I hope this is just a temporary situation. As you already know, it is caused by so many things, including war in Ukraine and Russia, things like that, which affect the flow of gas and the food. But in general, yeah, it is going to be tough. And I don't see this getting better in the next 12 to 18 months, to be honest with you. Some of us, yes, we are lucky that we can work from home, and we can work when we want to work. We work for ourselves. We're not employed by somebody. So the more you put in your business, the more you get out. But still, it's hitting us hard. So imagine if you are relying on your monthly paycheck. That is going to be tough. But don't lose hope. Take a risk. Come and join us in the United Kingdom. Because if you can survive during these tough times, you will enjoy when things get better. For those that have got their own money, for those that they've got some disposable income, life is great. I'll take you around and just show you what you can do if you have enough money in your pocket, if you've got deep pockets. So I'll take you to where we go and buy our electronics televisions. I'll take you around our weekly shopping, groceries, like there's the two biggest supermarkets in the United Kingdom is Sainsbury's and Tesco's. And you can obviously get places like Waitrose, Marks and Spencer, Iceland. They're also very good supermarkets in the United Kingdom. I want to share with you how it feels like to live in the United Kingdom. Both the good sides and the challenging sides of it. Yeah, I might take you to show you where the cars are sold, especially, for example, Mercedes-Benz. Just see, the cost of cars. If you've got your money, which car would you choose, and so forth. The rich, yes, they're having fun, but the problem at times with our lives is that there's a big gap, there's a big divide between the rich and the poor. During difficult times like this, the rich get richer, the poor gets poorer. That's not right. That is not fair. I'm not saying that don't be a capitalist or be a socialist. I'm only saying let's not leave others behind. Yes, so you've worked hard for your business to make money. That's great. But don't forget, you cannot have a business without your customers. And your customers, those are the average person. Those are the average people. So we need to play our part in the society where we share with others, whether it's through taxation or whether it's through reducing our prices with what we're selling. Let's just be helpful. Let's donate. I'm not going to tell you how much you're supposed to share with others. Just do something small. Because don't forget, the most vulnerable people in all the societies, they're the young ones and the elderly. Those are our most vulnerable. And I truly believe that every nation should be judged by how they look after their elderly people, how they look after their kids. Because don't forget, the elderly people worked hard to make this country beautiful. The younger generation are the next generation. Remember, this is where we are going to be getting all the prime ministers, the presidents, the entrepreneurs, the footballers, tennis players, you name it. So let's play our part in the development and also sharing with others. There's too much money in this world and we need to share. Let's not be divided by color, race, creed, gender, religion. That doesn't benefit nobody. Life is too short because when we die, we won't take those riches with us. Let's enjoy life. Let's share with others. Let's travel the world. The more we travel, the more we learn, the better we become. But never, never lose who you are as a person, your cultural background, your history, and more importantly, your language, your mother tongue should always be the best. Yes, we can learn other languages, but your mother tongue will, should be, must be your best language. But as I've said, let's travel the world, let's share the wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Collen Baffana. I thought I'd just share with you in terms of the update of the cost of living in the United Kingdom. The cost of living is hitting all of us, there's no doubt about it. And we need to start thinking outside the box in terms of how we are going to survive, because the inflation is a big challenge. I'm aware that there are some people in other countries that will love to come to this country, especially the healthcare assistants. I think they call them nurse aides, which is great. And people should try and find something different to survive in this world. I support that. But what I don't want to do is, during these difficult times, for people to be taken advantage of. When you think about it, the nurse aides will be the least paid people in the profession, especially working in the health sector. I think they start, there's what we call band 1, which is the lowest, band 2 and band 3s, and also towards band 4, but now they've changed the titles. But the nurse aides, they're the least paid people. I know that people would have worked really hard to raise some money, do a course, and try and do some placements as well. But don't forget, don't be fooled by people who say, oh yes, you can come to the UK, you'll be working as a nurse aide, you've done this course, you've done that course. The Home Office is getting really strict on that, because all what they're saying now is you need to have done at least 6 months hands-on experience, not just as part of your training. Once you have qualified, once you've done your training, then go and work in the health service for a good 6 months to gain that experience. So that when you come to the United Kingdom, you hit the ground running. Because if they find out that you didn't do those 6 months after qualifying, you might be sent back. Can you imagine after having spent so much money paying for your ticket, for the training, and then down the line they tell you, sorry, we need to send you back to your own country? That would be tough. All your hopes, all your dreams will be just dashed like that. And I don't want people to suffer like that. It's not fair. I've been in this country long enough to understand what's right and what's wrong. And my aim today is to share with you in terms of the cost of living in this country. And also, if you're coming here in the United Kingdom to get the least paid jobs, you will struggle unless if you've got friends and families to support you. But the first 12 months is going to be hell. But as I say, life without risk is not worth living. If you feel that you've done enough to take a risk, please come and join us. There's nothing wrong with that. I would love to see everyone being successful. Yes, call me mad, call me crazy, but I enjoy seeing people being successful. Maybe it's coming from my background, having been a teacher before I left my country, Zimbabwe, and also, having been in this country working in the health sector service and specializing in education. But my last job was in recruitment and retention, especially for overseas staff. So I know what I'm talking about. Please be warned. Don't get fooled by the promises of riches, because it's not that easy. It does take time. We're talking about 12 to 18 months to start settling, to start feeling that is worth working in this country. But once that goes through, yes, you will enjoy yourself. You will have some fun. One of the most challenging things in Europe, especially, or maybe just focus on the United Kingdom, is that the housing prices, they're crazy. They're just unbelievable expensive. The average house, I would say, is between 280,000 to about 600,000, 700,000 pounds. That's just an average house, nothing special as such. But for someone who's coming to this country for the first time, don't forget, you will be renting, and renting is expensive. And also that means the company that brings you into this country will have to support you to get accommodation, usually maybe a house that you share with 2 more people. So it could be a 3-bedroom house, but each having your own bedrooms, sharing a house. And that can cost anything between £500 to, let's say, £800 a month on just rent alone. And hopefully that will cover things like electricity and gas, because if it doesn't cover that, That would be crazy. That would be very expensive. And then you need to think about the traveling expenses. For me, just driving a week, I'm really sorry, just crazy. There was a point when I was paying £100 to fill my tank, just to fill fuel a week, every Saturday. £100 just for traveling. So you can imagine a month that nearly cost me anything between £350 to £400 just to travel. Yes, you can use public transport, it's much cheaper, but still it's very expensive. And then start thinking about if you've got family back home that needs to be supported or that be relying on you. So you start thinking about, ooh, I need to be sending what, £150 to £200 a month to keep my family back home, living. So all of a sudden, can you see how it start to add up? From £800 there, £200 there, this and that. You've got your mobile phone, that'd be another, what, £20, £30 a month. And then you've got your food shopping. I would say maybe on your own, you will need anything between £40 to £50 every week. So that's another £200. So all of a sudden, you've got the rent, you've got the traveling expenses, you've got the food to buy, you've got family to support back home, but you also need to buy your own clothes. It's freezing cold in this country, but personally, I love it. I enjoy it, but it is very, very cold. So think about all those things when you come to the UK. All what I'm saying to everyone is the cost of living at the moment is just driving us crazy. But I know it's just temporary because I've been in this situation before. I think it was back in 2007, but it was hell for a good 18 to 24 months. And once it opened up, it got better. But all what I'm also encouraging people is, yes, it's good to work for somebody. It gives you that security that every month I'll get paid this amount of money. And if I need more money, I will do extra shifts here, extra shift there over time. But remember, life is not about working. There's more to life than just working for money. I want to encourage people that once you come into this country, start thinking outside the box. Don't come in just think, I want to work for somebody else. Start thinking about your own business. Because once you start your own business, yes, it might take some time for it to start producing the goods that you're dying for. But once that happens, you'll have a better life. The way forward in this world is to work for yourself. Think what you're good at. Try this, try that. Don't be scared of failing, because failing is part of learning. Because if I didn't fail in my life, I don't think I'll be in a position where I am today. So I'm saying to people, don't be scared of failing. Failing is part of learning, as long as you don't make the same mistake twice. Ladies and gentlemen, there's so much wealth in this world. Let's all share. Let's all encourage each other. Don't just want to be rich on your own. You can only eat so many breakfasts. You can only eat so many meals a day. And then what you do with the rest of the money? I know that you can never have enough money, but all what I'm saying is have enough for you to have a good life. But don't forget others that have put you where you are today. For some of us running our own businesses, yes, we need to appreciate our customers, the people who supported us, our families, our friends. So for me to be where I am today, somebody helped me along the line. And I'm saying, I want to support others, starting with you. I was watching a program some few months back, and one of the Zimbabwean programs, I think it was Fela Busi Zimbabwe by Claudia and Love, and she was talking about, she was asking this young girl who was preparing some firewood and said, "Oh, what would you like to be when you grow up?" And the girl said, "Oh, I would love to be a nurse." And I thought, that's good. That's good. That's a start. That little girl, that child, is dreaming of becoming somebody, of becoming something in this society, of becoming, a contributor in this world. And I love people like that. part of me thought, yeah, for some of us that are in a privileged position, we should be looking for those people and say, no, hang on, let's sponsor them, let's support them. Because if one of us that are in a privileged positions can do that, can you imagine how many people will support? Can you imagine how many people will be supported and then support their own families? That's another way of sharing the wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, don't stop believing. I encourage everyone to motivate others. Motivate yourselves, because we can do it. Okay, I'm back from the shopping, and this is what we have for the weekly shopping. Just a few things, the usual. We've got some fruits there, we've got some sweet potato, some blueberries, milk, semi-skimmed and full cream, the usual tomatoes, and some mangoes, a bit of salad and some greens, vermicelli, and some sugar, of course, my brown bread, brown rice, a few treats here and there, and then the yogurts, the usual, the cappuccino, toffee nut latte, and this is my already cooked chicken in this brown bag, and then just basic meat really. We've got lamb chops, and then we've got the 4 beef sizzler steaks, extra lean diced beef. So this is what we do on a weekly shopping. Every weekend, just do some shopping.